Yeah, we got it going
Hot
on.
nasty.
Did you have your Red Bull yet?
Feeling good.
He's got wings. He's got wings. All right, so we ready?
Man, that first start, what he did right now, we could use that.
I know,
Spider.
right?
Cut that.
Yeah,
cut
well,
what he was talking
I was
about.
gonna, I was gonna cut him. I was like,
man, save it.
We're getting some good stuff
Honestly,
right now. We
by
haven't
the
even
shirt,
started.
I was like,
No, you're good. You're good.
Are we
can
rolling
save
or we're
that.
not rolling?
No, yeah.
Go ahead, go ahead.
He's recording.
Oh, and he knows we're rolling.
Cut
Yeah,
that,
the
cut
rolling
that and throw that in the middle of the video somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, we're here. We're live. 3, 2, 1. Long live boxing and EnVivo inside the ring with Manny.
Sean, baby.
Hopper Dominguez.
The Hopper Dominguez, breaking it down like it is, like it should be. Talking boxing day in and day out.
Nighttime, too. It's nighttime.
All the time.
It's dark outside.
It is.
I hope you're not scared of the dark. We have a guest in the building.
There's a guest.
Yes, sir. My name's Marco. How you doing?
Whoa, Marco. Mark
Marco.
El
Güero.
Güero. Vasquez.
Vasquez.
Goodness gracious.
All right, so as we say all the time, it's fight week, bitches.
That's right.
It was fight week last week as well. Eduardo was on the Mikey Garcia promotion card with S.W.E.A.T Boxing Promotions. He was
Shout out.
Shout out to Sweat.
Shout out.
Shout out to Sweat. Make sure.
Yes,
Yeah, definitely,
indeed.
Shout out to
definitely.
Hector. Listo.
Definitely want to talk about just it was an entertaining card. I really enjoyed it. If you didn't go there, shame on you.
Oh,
Right?
Don't
Shame,
shame me
shame,
like
Shame
that.
on you. All right. No excuses. Hopper, talking to you,
Oh.
sir.
But he was in a better place at that time, we can say.
No, we can't say that. We actually can't say that.
Missed it, buddy.
I missed it, man.
You're lost, right? No one's judging you. Well, Awedo a little bit. Spider, of course, he judges a
Yeah.
lot.
Oh, he
he's
does.
judging me right now. Look
Right.
at him.
Let's
He's got
not
his
talk about
judging face
judges and fight night because that's a whole nother story, right?
Judges. That's
But
horrible.
seriously, what we do want to talk about is the event from beginning to end. I would say that the venue was great. The atmosphere was really nice and good energy throughout the whole entire card from beginning to end.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what I want to definitely focus on, since we have the man in the house today, Marco El Güero Vasquez, is I want to get his perspective because I was there. I'm just a fat man in stands eating snacks. All right, they had a snack, they had beer.
Yeah.
Nachos?
Right.
Where's that food for
Nachos.
Sean?
Nachos?
Not
I
show
heard they were
business.
pretty
Not show business.
All right, but no, seriously, it was a great fight. Night of boxing. They had an unexpected surprise at the end where they showed the Errol Spence and Porter card main event. So that was
Oh, that was a surprise?
they didn't even announce it.
No.
I
Yeah.
remember I seen it on social media where they were gonna have a surprise, and I was thinking maybe maybe it was nachos.
Maybe I was
I'm
going to
just
fight twice,
hungry.
maybe, or I don't know.
If we can add 2 victories to the record, that's okay.
right.
Right. So, again, they had a good action-packed card throughout. Good energy, young, exciting fighters, and we have one here today. And what I want to make sure is he got a chance to say about what his experience was. I've had an opportunity where we talked to him before, we interviewed him, and it happens, guys, where you see somebody and sparring does not always tell the whole story. I made a mistake before we actually started where I apologized to Mark and I said, man, I had you pegged on wrong. I think you were just going to be a brawler and just use your size and strength to just kind of overwhelm the guy. But you know how to box.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
Yeah.
Those are good words.
really showed out some skills out there.
Right, so kind of walk us through the fight, all right? So you came in there with a badass intro. Who picked the intro?
What?
Shout out to Rafa's dad. Rafa, he always held it down, and he got me the Pelenque by Vicente Fernandez.
Yeah.
So I was
Okay.
I was like, I need a song. When I walk out there, it makes my chest stick out. He was like, I got the song right here.
Got the song.
Yeah,
He's like,
he
I
definitely
laid it
picked
down.
it.
He
Yeah, I mean,
Definitely
so
had the
it-
crowd going on that one.
Yeah, it got the crowd going, and then when the action started, you had a tough guy in front of you with a lot of experience.
Man, I was concerned. Though.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest. You were fighting George Jefferson in his prime.
Yeah.
Rick Graham,
Right,
Rick
Rick Graham.
Graham.
The Rick Graham,
P. Rick Graham.
sir.
the
So-
ruler, at 33 years old.
I was noticing that you were able to kind of establish the ring. You're definitely in control, utilizing your jab. You kept your distance. You had control of pretty much each round. You were definitely willing to exchange, but you weren't, going to allow him to get on the inside. I mean, it was just really, you just outboxed him, right?
Yeah, and that's what came part of the strategy that we're coming in here in the game plan that we're working with Hector. It's because I like to get a little too happy sometimes and exchange. And don't get me wrong, when somebody hits me, you
You
get
wanna
red
hit 'em
eyes.
back.
You want to hit them back, get your
Right.
point back,
Right.
And, I'd always try to do that and kind of force it in sparring and things like that. And he's working on me, getting my composure ready, establishing my jab, setting up combinations behind the jab, and, getting me more in the professional base. And, coming down here, these last 2 fights, I know they've gone a distance. Trust me, there's more excitement coming, but it's just a
Right.
work in progress.
Well, that's
And-
good. They just keep you on your toes and continue to develop yourself with that jab. I think you look
Mhm.
fantastic. You
Thank you.
had him going. You threw some good punches at him.
Mhm.
I mean, you walked out the arena a lot. It was a very exciting fight.
All
Yeah.
that matters is the W anyway.
Exactly.
And all that
Yeah.
matters is the win.
Well, not only that, I mean, you had it right now. The judges had it pretty much wide open, 39-37, 2 judges. One of them had it 40-36.
Yeah.
Swept
So,
them.
so based on that, are you happy with your performance that night?
Yeah, that's the real question. Like, how do you feel?
I'm happy with the win. Performance-wise, after going back and watching it, there's always things that you can capitalize and things you can do better. That's why you get better every fight. But after looking at it, I definitely do see that I could have stepped on the gas just a little bit more. And I probably could have got him out of there because my shots that I was landing are really affecting him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he was
Uh,
taking some hard punches.
They're affecting me.
I mean,
And
I was feeling.
I was
feeling
really
him.
hoping.
I was hoping that.
I was like,
Rip,
maybe
don't
sh-
throw one of those. Watch out.
Should I leave?
Yeah, and a lot of the times we knew he was crafty for because we saw about I think it was like 2 films that he had on YouTube or something like that where he would like try to bait people in and catch them with big shots. So we were like, okay, we've already experienced that once before. Let's go ahead and assess the situation. Throw your 2 or 3 shots, get out of the way, and let him come back into another one.
Yeah, I mean, and I would say that it was smart. You were being cautious, but not to the point where you weren't being effective and being proactive with your approach.
Mhm.
I mean, it was good energy. Just like I said, you controlled it. So when Manny said that they had you on the one card winning every round, I mean, that's kind of really how I saw it.
I did too. I did too.
I
to be
couldn't see
honest.
really
I couldn't see that.
for the volume, and definitely you hit the harder punches.
Maybe the 3rd round, maybe or so. I mean, and well, there
Maybe.
was a round that I think it was 1st or 2nd that you were just jabbing, kind of, marking him, but basically
Yeah.
studying him a little bit here, there, and then all of a sudden you just exploded. So maybe that round he did throw a couple of punches. He got in the corner of it for a couple of seconds, but you controlled the ring. You just came back and you instead of going after him, he came in and then you show him the power and he just started to back up a little bit because all he did was just going around the ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we figured he was gonna do that. They were like, either he's gonna come in, he's gonna get really, really aggressive because he has 2 ways of shooting in. So either he's gonna get really aggressive, get on your feet. They were like, you just do what you're doing, keep boxing him. They're like, but if he keeps running, they're like, don't run into anything dumb. He
Right.
is a veteran, so he knows how to throw and set up certain shots. They're like, work your jab, and the win's gonna come.
I mean, it worked out. Also, another thing I was going to comment too is you were very humble in your post fight speech to the crowd. Everybody was cheering your name, throwing flowers, crying.
All the women throwing
Oh,
themselves. at
completely
him.
underwear everywhere.
wow.
Right?
That's for y'all.
Thank you for that, sir. But
you do the hard job. I'll take the easy one, right?
I'll take the flowers and the underwear. But seriously, like you were very subdued. Of course, we just got over a fight, but I wouldn't call it where you didn't even seem really excited. Was that because you were expecting it, or because you're expecting more?
I always expect more. Everybody sees it from this aspect, but I always hold myself up here just because my ultimate dream and my goal is to become world champion. So I saw the
You heard it here first.
Whoa, you heard it here.
Oh,
Watch out.
Boom.
160.
And see, the thing is like, even though I got the W, and like, don't get me wrong, I come from a poor beginning, and we really didn't have much. So everything that kind of comes to us when I was little, me and my dad, we used to work out in the backyard, doing gym garages for the whole time. I mean, most of my amateur career, and from that point, you kind of tend to stay humble. You don't really show too much because it's gonna show in the long run. There's
Yeah.
the ultimate goal, and everybody's out there. So it just shows out there.
And we appreciate that because us as fans, we want to see you shine, but also we want to see the good side of you, the great part of it. So
Yeah, the
that's
good person,
important.
the good person out of the
Personality.
ring, out of
Exactly.
the ring.
Yeah,
that's
I
what,
mean, it
that's
was-
what
Important. I mean,
That's
in the ring, I had a tiger, bro.
for sure.
No, yeah.
In the
Step
ring,
aside. Here I am.
But
in
it's
the ring,
El
it's a different
Guero.
story.
It's
Yeah,
how
you-
it's how you act out of the ring.
Exactly.
A lot of times that
Exactly.
shows your character and also kind of helps you out inside. Now, I wasn't able to be there for this fight. That was one of the cons of going to the Spence Porter fight.
Excuses.
I really,
Excuses.
really I wanted to be there. I wanted to see El Guero. I wanted to see Listo, but
Thank you.
I was there for the Adrian Christmas fight. Now
Mhm.
that fight, you and him, you guys went
Yeah.
toe to toe. There were some.
Yeah.
Those were. Is it fair to say that was heated between you and him? That was.
I mean, I guess he worked himself up. Honestly, he was like that in the weigh-ins and came down to it. But I mean, the thing is we're gonna fight.
Yeah.
The fight is the fight. You leave it all in the ring, and that's all that comes. Upon getting, and like nobody gets in my head. So I mean,
Gotcha.
you can do your thing, but we're still gonna fight the next day. So I mean, show your skills or pay my bills. One or the
There
other.
you go.
And that was the
Like that one.
unanimous decision win.
There
by
you go.
Guero again. So
Good.
what big difference between fighting Adrian and Rick?
Yeah, definitely. Adrian is his pro debut, so you can definitely tell you wanted to at least land one good one,
Yeah.
come in. But versus fighting Rick, I had to be a lot more cautious. Watch
Mental.
myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more mental instead of falling into his traps because they know the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
35
Exactly.
fights.
He has,
He
what,
knows the
35
game.
now?
Yeah. 36 now, but I mean, we just had to fall behind the jab, kind of work it a little bit, and it played its part. It's just chess.
Absolutely, absolutely. So another thing too is with this great night of boxing, we're glad you're here because you can give your insight, sir, because you work with him. At S.W.E.A.T Boxing Gym,
Sweat Boxing
A sudar.
Gym.
Beltline.
Sudando.
Irving, Texas. All right, so they obviously, like you said, they've done a lot for you to help you with your career.
Definitely.
As far as great mentorship by Hector Vasquez,
Mhm.
just the team there at S.W.E.T. That's another thing too that I'm not just saying that because we love them,
We do.
but they
We
do
sure
have a
do.
great
Mucho amor.
support. Like when I went there to obviously meet with you and Listo and kind of members of the team. That's a great vibe there. So can you kind of talk towards that? As
Great
well,
camaraderie.
the camaraderie. It almost
You
feels
guys
like
just- yeah.
I don't know, like can't even really describe
We
it.
walked in and they were laughing and getting ready
Yeah.
for sparring. I was like, man, that's a tight click.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
that's awesome. So
My click.
that's got to obviously help you with when you're training and you have a team of support like that.
Yeah, and especially training with Listo, he's one of the top prospects coming out there right now. But definitely training with Listo and everything kind of elevates my game, because not only, because I train really hard, and I know he trains really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter what it is, whether we run, whether we hit the bags, whether we, do strength and conditioning, we're always trying to outdo each other. So
Oh, competition! Listo! No thanks.
That's good though. Iron sharpens iron.
Right.
Exactly.
And
Right.
Like
Exactly.
I'll sit there and I'm like, dang, I'm a little tired. I'm hitting the back, and I see him and he hits, goes even harder. I'm like,
Motivation.
I was like, I can do that. And I'll see him do the same thing. We talk about it. I'm like, damn, I'm tired. He's like, yeah, me too. We're like, oh, yeah.
Oh man. So
That's funny.
obviously,
That's
I'm sure
good.
you have some opinions on the main event.
Oh, yeah,
Hmm.
definitely.
All right. So remember, now we don't want to say anything.
We don't want to get you in trouble.
We don't want to get
Yeah.
you in trouble.
Yeah.
Reps.
Exactly.
Right. Referees are going to be referees. Judges are going to be judges. Just call it like you saw it. Okay. So I was there. I know how I felt. I went home and I cried. Okay. That's what
Yeah.
I did.
No, I mean, I
I
just
did-
kept quiet, but my
You did.
expression, I mean, I was just right there in the corner. I'm like, actually, I got a ring.
So my thing is, I don't have 20/20 vision like you clearly do. So when you saw the Listo fight, what did happen? Well, how did you see the fight, sir?
Honestly, it could have either been a shutout. I mean, I could definitely see it maybe 5-1 for Listo. Just because I know there was one round. This is his first 6-round fight,
Yeah.
and that's a big step up. Going from 4 to 6, and especially fighting, a guy that's 13-2.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's very,
he was,
very
he was
durable.
good, yeah.
He's very durable and everything like that. So they had to watch it, and definitely I could probably see maybe if he took the 5th round off, to kind of come in the 6th round, finish it
Ready to
out
go.
hard,
Yeah.
clear it easy. And I'm not saying anything, the judges see the way the judges see,
Right.
that's what they do. That's their job and everything like that. So all respect to them. But just in my eyes,
Here we
I saw
go.
definitely Lisa won that fight pretty easy.
He did.
He really did.
Yeah.
So
I think it did.
the whole thing to me is like the excitement was built up. You had a great fight. Chicken did her thing. She had a real
Yeah.
good
Shout out to
action.
Chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Chicken. baby.
Oh, it was a really good fight.
B-Fly was in the house. He won like in 2 seconds. I sneezed and missed the fight.
Did he really?
Yeah, he like flew down.
No,
Yeah, literally.
I
21
can
seconds.
get my camera on him. As soon as I'm starting to record, boom, in the body down. Wow,
Yeah.
True
That's
story.
it.
Yeah,
It is.
I
really
went in the
is.
back, got some stitches because I took a headbutt in the last round, and
I see that.
yeah, it made me mad. But took a headbutt in the last round, got some stitches, came out, and they were setting up for Chicken's fight, and I was like, "What just happened?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, they pretty much stuck B-Fly in there like an intermission. His fight was quick.
Quick.
No pun intended. His fight flew by. So that was the thing. So everybody was hype. They had beer flowing.
Woo!
Mikey Garcia was in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Mikey.
Mikey!
Local fans support
And then-
the locals.
And then the main event was great. Let's say that too. The main event was great. Good action. Listo did his thing. Abrugan did his thing too. I mean, when he's fighting off the ropes, he's applying a lot of pressure. He was landing the overhand right. So there was some good action back and forth. I mean, he had his moments, not enough to necessarily win rounds.
Yeah.
But enough to keep him honest.
No, enough to keep him honest, and that's what you want. You want to get good quality work,
You want to get
so
some
you can
work
kind of
in.
improve, and you could definitely see where people could see I was impressed.
Yeah.
Being impressed and giving somebody around is totally different things.
Right.
So
It's somebody opening up and kind of showing a different structure of like what they can do or like different abilities of what they can do. But as of dominating the round, you got to remember the full 3 minutes
right.
of everything that did happen, not just a 30-second shutout
Or the last 10 seconds.
Yeah.
yeah,
exactly.
definitely.
And that's another conversation. But because when I know that I like people that throw more punches, more volume. I look for the who does the more damage, right? And also look for just who's gonna apply the pressure, right?
Mhm.
So if somebody's gonna fight in that style, they're probably gonna get my point. If they do all those things. Where I thought Listo checked all those boxes, and so when the results were, it like sucked the air out of the room.
Oh, it did.
Yeah,
It sure did.
Completely.
Like,
Like,
Especially got all your fans out there waiting for you, and and
Waiting
they'd
for
seen
the
that.
win.
They did see that. They, clearly he won it, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, here we go. All right,
Yeah.
draw. There you go.
Yeah, so I just had to draw my ass out of there because
I did too.
I didn't even know what to say. I was kind of speechless. I just sat there and I was like, did I really just watch that?
Wow.
But
yeah. So I mean,
mean-
we don't want to. It was a great event.
It was.
Definitely, yeah.
I mean, even from the first
everybody
fight.
from the first fight to the last
Oh
fight.
yeah,
it was an action
Danny.
fight.
What is
Tapia?
it? Danny Tapia against Santos. Even though he had a big head bug in the first round, but he overcame that, and he just showed that he's going to be a true champion in the future.
Oh yeah.
It was a very good action fight from start to the end. Unanimous decision as well. Good skills, good boxing skills, and he's got a really good corner that's really helping him. So, do you guys? What's the conversation after a fight? When you see one of your, maybe, I don't want to say coworkers, but when you're
Stablemates.
Exactly, and you're in the card, you're behind the scenes, and what's the conversation after someone finishes a fight?
Honestly, when I was getting ready for my fight in the back, me and Lisa were it was just me and Lisa in the locker room. My dad was out there with my family, and they were getting some things situated and everything like that. And at the time, I was gloved up and I was sitting there because I was already warm. We were just kind of relaxing, and the only thing that we really recapped on was like, "Oh, what did you eat? What did
So
you drink?"
one of my conversations.
Oh wow,
Yeah, it's like-
Sean would love to be on that
Sean, oh my God.
conversation.
Yeah.
You guys should have called me. Well, I have plenty of
all kinds
options.
of
to suggest.
What? Just
Yeah, it's like
For
we were
lunch
sitting
or
in the
for
back there. We were
breakfast?
like,
'Cause
"All
it's-
right, so what'd you eat for breakfast? And what'd you eat for lunch?" And like, "Dang, that sounds good. Maybe I should get
Yeah.
that after the fight."
Speaking of that, I was actually gonna ask that. What did you eat after the fight? Because I'm sure you were cutting weight. You were watching
yeah.
what you ate. What was it? A pizza, a hamburger, ice cream?
Honestly, I don't
In
know
that
why.
order?
I'll take it all in any order. I'm telling you right now.
Right?
No, but honestly, after every weigh-ins, don't know why. A lot of people like to eat pastas and things like that, but I like a juicy steak.
Oh,
Let's get the
Ain't nothing wrong with
protein.
that.
yeah, get that
Dude,
steak going.
Oh,
Steak.
medium,
Juicy steak.
medium well, rare.
Get a medium.
Oh,
Get
nice.
a medium right
Woo.
hot pink right there with the baked potato on
Sauce?
the side. Can't
A1?
go. No,
Dry?
I really try not to. I give the chef their chance.
Ah,
You know what I mean?
gotcha.
I can't really
Okay.
do all of that, but can't say for my dad. My dad loves ketchup.
He
Shout out
does.
to my dad though.
Oh yeah, go!
Ketchup.
Shout out ketchup. You gotta put
Yeah,
ketchup
yeah.
on everything.
Everything.
That's that soup though.
Everything.
That's that soup.
I don't know about that one.
He does doing soup.
On the caldo.
El caldo a la pozole. So outside the ring, what is that you do outside the ring in your own time to kind of ease up your mind and kind of stay away from your passion, which is boxing? We know that.
Well, if nobody knows already, I have a daughter. She's 1 years
Okay.
old.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I definitely am a family man outside of the ring, and that's why I fight so hard and I train so hard. Is because growing up, poor, and having the struggles, not eating from day to day sometimes, just due to some things that happen. Coming down, seeing my daughter like that. I mean, definitely. As much as I love boxing, don't want her boxing. Never say that. But yeah,
Maybe
but
she'll
yeah,
have some skills like daddy.
yeah, I don't know about that. I'm like, yeah, you're all right.
No boxing.
No boxing.
No.
That's my baby girl right there. Maybe my boy. We'll see.
Go play football,
Go play
boxing,
football,
whatever you
boxing.
want.
No, but
Got my princess.
coming down to that, I spend as much time as I can with my daughter because I really don't see her. I work at S.W.E.A.T and everything, and throughout the day, I mean, by the time I get up at 7 in the morning, I come home from the gym. It's 9 p.m. at night. Most of the time, she's in bed, so I
Right.
get to see her maybe 2 or 3 days a week. And other than that, I'm probably playing games on my PlayStation.
Gotcha.
Oh,
shit.
you
You're
got-
a PS4 guy?
Yeah,
PS4,
I'm
got
an
it.
Xbox.
Let me ask you.
You're one of those guys.
Let me ask
You're one of those guys.
what game do you
Yes.
play?
FIFA?
Don't tell me
Honestly,
Fortnite.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, good.
Yeah, I stay away from there. It's like a little army game. It's called Apex.
Apex,
Okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
okay. I heard
There
it.
you go.
It's in that corner, but and then
Yeah.
Madden
It's in
with my
the-
friends and things
Madden.
like that. A lot of sports
Madden.
games.
A lot of sports games.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What do you
Okay.
play with on Madden?
Honestly, it's a lot of my friends
no,
that
like
I went
team.
to school with. Oh,
Team.
Team Cowboys. I mean,
A smart
That-
man right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
that's my
yeah.
team. That's my team right
Yeah.
there.
It's
America's
the best.
team.
It's the best team in Texas.
I mean, that's
I
why
mean,
we love El Güero.
with respect to our
That-
champion.
That's America's team right there.
That's
all I
right.
gotta say.
You hear that, Listo? You hear that, Listo?
Hey, no
You heard it.
relegation. It's all Cowboys, baby.
That's right. That's right. No matter what, cowboy till the end.
So I have to ask. I mean, you won the fight. It was a great night. Also, props to you because that's another thing that I liked about the event. You guys interact with the fans.
Yeah.
That was another thing because I wanted to go up to you, congratulate you, but I was like, I'm gonna wait till he's not with his family. It was like he was with his family the whole damn night. There was people everywhere that was
There was a
cheering your
line?
name.
I'm telling you.
There's
Oh
a
man,
line
and I was
around
like,
the
okay,
corner,
is
yeah.
that? I have no idea anymore.
Take a number.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
you know what?
remember that.
I'm sorry
Wait.
about that. I'm sorry about that.
No. Yeah, and then like they're fast too. Like everybody in his family is fast. They would like go to him real quick. Like, okay,
They know the deal.
they
already.
know the deal. Like they had
Yeah.
a sensory
No,
perceptive.
It's a
thing.
get it and go. You
Yeah.
have your smile ready and wait in line. You're good to go.
You're good to
Nah.
go.
So
Yeah.
what's next?
Right now, we're just gonna wait till this cut heals. We're gonna kind of see it from there.
Yeah.
Just depending on the healing time. I mean, the faster I want to get back in the ring, the sooner the better. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Love fighting. That's the funnest part. Training is the like, oh yeah, we got to do all this, but fighting, that's the funnest thing ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go in there. That's what you train to do. But hopefully at probably the beginning of 2020, just give this some time.
Yeah.
See where it kind of works out, but it's kind of be announced.
Are you back at it strongly in the gym, or are you just taking it easy right now until you heal and then just start the process again?
Coming back Monday is whenever I can get these stitches out, and the doctor
Okay.
gave me the okay to kind of get back in the
Mostly
gym.
cardio and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
that's
you-
all it is.
You know the question
The
that
road work.
that Hopper want to know because this guy is a sparring animal. When do you spar?
Oh,
I missed that one
yeah,
though. Sorry, I missed it.
yeah.
That
and,
was-
and by the way, when y'all came, yeah, that was some
The
intense
sparring,
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
the sparring that day,
I mean,
that night.
He
Dude.
hyped you up so big that I'm waiting for that
Oh,
knockout right there.
my.
I'm like,
And then I'm just watching him. I looked at Sean. I go, "This is for free, bro. We didn't have to pay for this."
Yeah,
We didn't have to
exactly.
pay.
Yeah.
That was in.
You guys were fighting like you owed each other money.
Like, yeah.
And neither of you had the money.
yeah.
And the thing is because he was a little bit shorter, and so at the time, my dad was like, okay, we know the guy that we were sparring is really aggressive, so he was like, all right, let's go ahead and prepare for it, and if this guy comes out aggressive, you go ahead and get toe to toe. He's like, stay smart with your decisions, stay smart with your punches, always keep your defense up, but let's try to get more aggressive and bully the bully type of thing.
Gotcha.
And coming down to the end of it, so when I started sparring the boxers, getting around to kind of get both of the feels because we don't know what this guy's gonna come out with.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was awesome.
Yes, it
you were
was.
awesome. I mean,
We
seriously.
Appreciate
I mean,
it. Thank you.
We
You
picked
know-
the right day to go.
the right day. It was like
the right day.
like I won the
I am
lottery.
so jealous.
you should be, sir.
I know. I just couldn't.
That's why
You
we
watched the fight. You
Yeah,
watched
yeah.
the
Ah,
fight.
You were right there in the ring.
There you go.
Come on, man.
Right there, man.
Yeah, you were part. You were in the corner.
And there was nachos there too.
Oh, yeah. With Modelo beer. Hello.
With the beer, non-sponsored.
All right, so we just want to say before we close this session out, it's been a pleasure, sir, you helping us recap the Mikey Garcia Promotion Card in Irving, Tejas,
Ooh,
Southern
good one.
Junction.
Y'all missed it.
Where can people
there's
follow
another
you
one
on
out
social
there,
media?
Anybody want to shout out
Yeah.
right now real quick, sir?
Give a shout out to Texas Tires of Louisville, and they always make
Texas
sure
Tires,
I'm taking
Louisville.
care of getting ready for my fights and everything like that. And just shout out to my family and everybody out there.
Yeah.
Oh, para la familia.
familia.
La
All
familia
right.
El Guero.
All right, with that
Yeah.
being said, sir, we out.
We are out. Thank you so much.
Nos fuimos.
Remember, long live boxing.
Support your local
Peace out.
boxing.
That's it. Long live boxing.
Indeed.
Fighter, what you get? Did you get that?
Yeah.
Oh, he
I was-
forgot the plastic.
Oh, he
fork.
didn't put